Everybody wants to know the truth, especially in times like these. But what is the truth? For a lot of people, truth is relative and it changes all the time. I think of Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Jack had this compass, and instead of the compass pointing to true north, it would point to whatever it was that Jack wanted the most in that moment. And that seems to be the way it is with a lot of people. They want truth to change and mold to what it is they want at that time. Of course, as Christians, we believe in absolute truth. But what is truth? Pilate asked Jesus that question. And of course, Jesus had already answered it in his life. He'd said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is truth. Jesus is the answer. I often say to people, I don't have all the answers. I've just got one, and that's Jesus. Jesus is always the answer. It's so important as Christians that we understand the truth of Jesus Christ, and we live from that place. The Apostle John, talking to the church in his latter years, he said, I was filled with joy and delight when the brothers arrived and informed me of your faithfulness to the truth. They told me how you live continually in the truth of Christ. It is the greatest joy of my life to hear that my children are consistently living their lives in the ways of truth. It's so important that we understand the truth of Jesus and we live from that place. It's also really important that we declare truth. Paul says we live in a crazy, crazy world, but we are to declare truth. But he points out we must declare truth in love. Of course, Jesus was our example and he declared truth in love. John, when he introduced Jesus, in John 1 says, Moses gave us the law, but Jesus, the anointed one, unveils truth wrapped in tender mercy. I love that. What a beautiful picture. And of course, that's what Jesus did. He delivered truth, and some tough truth too at times, but it was always from a place of mercy, grace, and love. And Paul says that we're to do the same. He says here in Colossians, let every word you speak be drenched with grace and tempered with truth and clarity. And again here, even in Ephesians, he says, we will remain strong and always sincere in our love as we express the truth. So it's really important that we express truth, but it's got to be done from a place of genuine love or people won't receive it. Paul even says in 1 Corinthians that I can have the tongue of angels and men, all the wisdom in the world, but if I don't have love, then I'm just making a whole lot of noise. I'm just a noisy cymbal, he says. And that's the truth of truth. We can declare truth, but if it's not from a heart of love, then it's just a whole lot of noise. So I want to encourage you today to know the truth of Jesus, to live in that truth, and of course to declare truth. But for people to receive it, make sure that it's always delivered from a heart of genuine love.